Welcome to another eFront tutorial video. In this video we'll be showing you how to communicate with others. Part 1, including forum, chat and personal messages. We will start with the forum. Forum are part of lessons. We will sign in as a professor, enter our lesson, and on the home page you will see the forum option. Here we can see existing posts, or we can create a new topic. We can give our post a title and enter the message that we want. Once submitted, it will be available under the topics. Let's log in as a student now to see how he will view the forum. Entering in the lesson, we can see the last messages on the forum. You can click on the link to view the post. In the forum, we can respond to a post and submit our reply. Let's log back as a professor now. Who also can see the last messages on the related forums on his lesson page. We can also create polls within our forums. As you can see, this can be a question where the user is required to answer. Let's see how we can create a poll. We enter a title, our body text, the validity period, and as many answers as we like. Let's switch over to the student now and see how he will view the polls. We log into the lesson and go to the forum option, where he can see available polls. Let's look at the messaging features now, available on the user's homepage. Entering this option, the user will see all his personal messages. He can create a new message. He can either select the recipient by entering the name, it can be multiple recipients, alternatively, by entering the percentage sign, a list of the available users is generated, from where he can select the user he wants. In addition, we can select the users we want to send this message to using these filters. For example, we can select to send to all the users of a specific course or of a specific lesson. We can insert a subject for our message and the body text. We can also add an attachment to messages. Once sent, we can navigate to our Sent folder to see the messages we have sent. We can see all the recipients who have received this message. Logging in as a professor, we can see the new messages from the top hand. Alternatively, we can go to our unread personal messages and we can see that we have just received one from student Scott. Once we have read our message, we have various options. We can create a new message, reply to this message, forward this message, or delete it. Using the simple editor, we can respond. And send a message. Switching over to the student. We can see the response that the professor has just sent us. Entering into this message, we can see the response and have all the options available. Now let's see the chat. The chat is a new module which we must enter in as an administrator to activate. Once activated by the administrator, we must deactivate the old chat by clicking on it and deactivating it using the link shown. Alternatively, we can disable the old chat function through the system settings and the disable options tab. Now the old chat has disappeared from the administrator homepage, but we have the new module available. Entering into the module, we have various options. We have the chat engine rate, the user list refresh rate, the create log file, where we can select the period and lesson to create its log file, and finally we can clear chat histories. Switching over to the professor now, let's see how we can use this chat features. As you can see on the bottom right hand corner, we can select available users from within the chat. By clicking on their name, the chat box is enabled where we can enter our response. This allows users to communicate between them with messages in real time. If we enter a lesson, a new chat room will be created, allowing the users of the lesson to communicate between them in real time. We can enter this chat room by clicking on it. This is clearly distinguishable with the title of the chat box. Users within the lesson can use this to communicate between them. Users can deactivate the chat using the standby option and enable it in the same way.